making a comeback? Some analysts say yes, and their forecast coming as world leaders are meeting in Australia for the G20 summit. And while G20 countries work on ways to grow the global economy, our local manufacturers are working on ways to grow their business. Washington Bureau Chief Jacqueline Policastro reports from Brisbane.
Local manufacturers tell us they're looking to world leaders meeting here at the G20 summit to pave the way for growth. This year's G20 brings a great challenge as increasing parts of the world face unstable geopolitical situations. But as you'll see, that challenge isn't stopping our local manufacturers. The Davlin Company in Bryan, Ohio is growing and hiring. Workers here manufacture and sell ultraviolet light equipment for the treatment of psoriasis and other skin disorders. Business is up 20%.
A long time ago, somebody told me that if 30 to 35% of your business is international business, you'll never have a recession. And so we've kind of taken that to heart and always made sure that a good portion of our business is international, and it's kind of worked out to be true.
We first talked to David Swanson 1 year ago, ahead of the St. Petersburg G20 summit. Since then, some things have changed. Davlin hasn't done any business in Ukraine because of political problems there. And the Israel-Hamas struggle is causing trade issues too.
We aren't doing much business in Israel. And I would guess, they're more worried about whether a rocket's going to hit them than selling phototherapy equipment. So it really does have an impact on our business.
These geopolitical situations are forcing world leaders to think differently as they try to plan for the future of the global economy. Swanson isn't the only business leader facing struggles. The latest Department of Commerce numbers show nearly 15,000 small and medium-sized businesses in Ohio exported in 2012, making up 89% of exporting business from the state. Business that Davlin workers say sometimes feels straight up tough.
The countries with really bad trade barriers that are more difficult to work with require additional testing, or they want it tested locally as well as in the U.S.
The added testing is taking a financial toll, but it's necessary to expand global reach.
It's a gamble. 100%, we may get our money back or we may not. Hopefully, we will.
The trade struggles at companies like Davlin matter, and despite the challenges, workers say they're optimistic about the future. Since last year, the Davlin Company increased their staff, local workers whose jobs are supported by international trade. When it comes to whether or not the U.S. will have a resurgence in manufacturing, the Davlin Company taught us one thing. We know reducing barriers to trade here at the G20 summit will certainly help. Reporting in Brisbane, Australia, Jacqueline Policastro, 13 ABC Action News.